answer it. What else am I gonna do?
It's a monkey with a Glock.
It's a monkey with a Glock.
You're listening to Ignorami, two guys who know a little about a lot, talking about it all. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Ajay.
So today there's a few things I want to talk about. First off, let's get started with a little story. I learned recently, a few weeks ago, that how to make iced coffee. I thought that you could
just...
just...
How to make iced coffee till a few weeks ago?
No. I thought... So,
don't you just make coffee and put ice in it?
So the thing is, I thought that you'd have to wait for it to get lukewarm or something and then put the ice in it. But no, apparently, I was just bored one day and I was like, okay, let me just throw this in here. And it got fucked and it was fucking awesome. I put some ice in the coffee and I want to start over because I am doing so bad at speaking right now.
That's fine, dude. We're Ignorami. We're not good at what we do. That's kind of the whole point.
Alright. Either way, point is, I learned that you can make it from hot to cold in 5 seconds and not wait an hour. So I started doing that, and ever since then I have not been able to drink hot coffee. I've been drinking iced coffee every single day of my life since that moment.
Well, wait till it gets cold and you're gonna fucking suffer. I'm just saying, dude, tomorrow the weather's gonna get cold here. It's gonna get colder after that. And yeah, pretty much once it's cold, you do not want to be drinking iced coffee.
Alright, well, you have anything you want to talk about? I'm out of ideas.
You're out of ideas already?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm done, dude.
Alright, you want to discuss the merits of coffee over tea?
Sure, go for it.
Because I'm sipping tea right now, and I see no reason why coffee isn't any way better than tea. Convince me otherwise.
Okay. Coffee is epic. It has caffeine, more so than tea, and it tastes like dirt.
Yeah, you literally just said it tastes like dirt, which in my opinion just
it's good.
Fucks it up. No.
That's what I like
Here's
about
the thing,
it.
you get variety with tea. You can get quote unquote variety with coffee, but it all tastes the same, just with tiny bit different flavor. Oh, pumpkin spice latte, it's coffee, but it tastes vaguely artificial and orange.
You're being very upset about this.
I am.
It's coffee, dude. It's supposed to taste like dirt, and you're supposed to love it. You're supposed to hate it and love it.
Yeah.
It's
I don't love it. Tea is objectively better. You get different flavors. You get different kinds of tea. You can have tea that has caffeine. You can have tea that soothes you. You can have tea that's good for colds and shit. Yeah.
All right. I'll give you that round, but now it's round 2, and I'm gonna sucker punch you with this, which is you win the argument.
Ouch, dude! That fucking
you fucking got me, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about we talk about India?
Interesting.
Tell me.
So for I don't know.
For the record, he's an Indian man.
I'm an Indian man. Yeah. If the accent doesn't match, because I grew up in India.
Walking around the.
But what about India?
He's just walking around. So basically, I'm reading a bunch of books about Indian culture and stuff.
Yeah, I saw the book on your dresser. It seemed interesting. Yeah.
Slurping my water real quick. So we talked about something called reverse voodoo death. Or sorry.
That's not Indian, but
it's not.
Let's go with that because it sounds interesting.
I mixed up my two things. I had literally 2 other things but coffee I wanted to talk about today, and I mixed them up already.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's talk about
it's fine. You know how Ignorami kind of means idiots. We're kind of living up to the name, so we're perfectly fine, dude. We're fine.
Alright, so I actually have been hyping you up for this. I've been telling you, oh man, once we start this, I'm going to talk to you about voodoo death and my idea of reverse voodoo death. But I never explained what that meant, and I've been having you on edge for a few weeks talking, just mentioning it without saying any context.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 weeks, because we decided to do this podcast about then. We just never got around to it because life got in the way. Yeah, it has been that long.
Really?
Yeah, about 4 weeks.
Alright, well, we're here now. So, voodoo death is a concept that happens, and it is basically you tell someone, hey man, I don't like you. You're going to die on October 5th, 2020. And then what happens is the person in that culture gets like so distraught, and their town like basically isolates them because they think the curse is like contagious. And what often happens is you have these documented cases of people actually dying on a date that they're told they're going to die because of like, and apparently it's like, so it's like magic is real, which is pretty dope. But
is it just because they're like stressed out? Oh, I'm gonna die, and then they actually die.
Honestly, probably. It's like, I think it's like stress and isolation because no one wants to interact with you.
Yeah, I guess a lot of it comes down, like you said, to the culture that people are in when that happens. Because like, if you were to tell me I'm gonna die tomorrow, I probably wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you like threaten me.
Mm-hmm.
In which case I would believe you.
If I had a gun.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do that.
No, I know you wouldn't. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah. So I guess it's a culture thing. It's also that raises like interesting, for me at least, like psychological questions. Like I guess sociological too, about how like, you know, society and your own psyche makes you believe that you're gonna die for no apparent reason.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have something I wanted to bring to the table, which is to lift our spirits a little bit, which is the concept of a reverse voodoo death, where I will say the date where we become successful, and it will happen because I said it.
Right, but how's that reverse voodoo death?
We take the opposite
Of death.
of death.
So life. Kind of life, I guess. Yeah.
How? Okay, so I was originally planning this to be the success of our podcast, but I mean, you're saying it's life, so I think now it's gonna be when you're gonna have a son or
well,
child.
not necessarily. I mean,
Okay.
the success of the podcast could also be construed to mean the day this podcast takes off.
You're going to have your first son on November 15th, 2030.
2030. What year is it? 2018. 12 years. I'll be 32.
You're not gonna get married for a while.
Yeah, I don't intend on getting married till I'm at least 30, so that sounds reasonable.
Alright, let's write it down.
Did you say son?
What?
You said son.
I said child.
You said child?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I didn't say son.
So, if I get twins, you're wrong.
No, it's two. One of them came out. November
That's
15th, 2030 is the date that you will have your
So
first
what
child.
if it's at 12:01 a.m. on November 16th? So it's
That
1
won't
minute
happen.
after November 15th
That's just not gonna happen, though.
because you predicted it.
Because I predicted it.
All right, so it's
And magic is real. Very clearly.
well. Set aside the magic bit for a second. Let's talk about psychological shit.
Yes.
Let's say I actually believe that I'm going to have a kid on November 15th, 2030.
Mm-hmm.
That would mean that I get married before that,
Mm-hmm.
and I impregnate my wife 9 months before that date. And it would take a lot of calculation and a lot of memory for me to remember to do all of that. Psychological.
No, you're not thinking about it. It's just gonna happen.
Hmm.
It's like they don't think, oh man, like I'm gonna make it, so I die on this day. Like they're not planning for it. They're probably like, man, I hope I don't die on this day. And they just do.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's basically that. So you're not even gonna think about it. It's just gonna happen because I put a reverse curse on you.
Are children a curse?
No.
Maybe. I don't know, dude. I have cousins. I love my cousins, but they can be mildly annoying. I'll
That's
put
not
it
a
that way.
curse.
It's not
That's
exactly a
just people,
curse.
dude.
No, it's just me being a cynical bastard. But yeah, all right. I guess people have to wait for 12 fucking years now to find out about whether reverse voodoo death is
Well,
real.
we'll be going for that one probably. We'll probably go for like
Ideally, yeah, sure.
40 years.
40 years. Dude, that's a long fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was basically my two talking points. I had the third, which was India, but you're probably better at talking about India than I am. So
Yeah, but there's a lot to India, so what specifically did you want to talk about?
tell me about your favorite food.
Favorite Indian food?
Yeah, maybe. You are Indian, so.
Yes, that is correct.
So technically, no matter what you say, it will count.
Yeah, I could just throw up some random bullshit and you will figure out that it might not be Indian food. But anyway, so my family's from the south of India, and we have this thing called dosa, which is kind of like you make this rice flour and then you put oil on like a pan, and you put the rice flour on it and get it to like it's crisp, and then you roll it up.
There's gonna be like one guy like 20 years from now. He's like, I'm from India. I love dosa.
Hey, no. If you're from India, you probably know what dosa is. And here's the thing: dosa is good. You have it with like this dip kind of thing. Two dip kind of things. One's like a curry. It's called sambar, and the other one's like a dip. It's called chutney. And you use both of those. But there's this one specific kind of dosa which is called Mysore sada, which is you put like this weird like spicy paste on the dosa, and it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And I don't miss Indian food while I'm here in the US, and I don't miss it. Like, Indian food is great, I like it, blah blah blah, but I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Probably because I'm not too much of a nostalgic kind of guy. But that kind of food is the one thing. I do miss spicy food, because everything here is just like flavored.
I love
like
spicy food, dude. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Dude, we have 2,500 points at Buffalo Wild Wings now, because I bought all of those Wild Wings.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We need to go out and buy some wings.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that next time before we start this. Like we just come in, we have like wing sauce all over our hands. Like,
well, you would be eating the wings. I'd probably just be dipping.
While you're like, you're dipping your celery because you're a veggie, vegetarian.
Veggie boy. Yeah.
I'm just like licking my fingers in the mic, like disgusting. Like, hey, it's wing ASMR. Making people very uncomfortable or very comfortable depending on the person.
Yeah, I mean, if they're eating wings, you can eat wings along with Ryan.
Hey,
Yeah.
Do you think wing ASMR exists?
Do I guess what?
Do you know like ASMR for like people?
Yes, I know what
eating
ASMR
buffalo?
is.
But like for
There's ASMR for wings?
no, I said, do you think there is?
Probably. Rule 34, dude.
That's not ASMR. ASMR is like noise.
No, I know, but it's like people get off on it, so it's kind of.
Some people do.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people use it as like a relaxation thing.
Well,
But
just people
I'm just
whispering
trying
to
to
them.
think, would anyone like get a kick out of like, I'm gonna look this up now.
Of people eating buffalo wings silently.
Put in the comments whether you think wing ASMR is real, and also would you like to see that wing ASMR?
Wing ASMR.
And leave a like if you got the right answer. Okay, I googled it. ASMR eating buffalo wings, smacking / whispering.
It's a real thing.
Black
I told
hoodie.
you, dude. It's almost Rule 34.
Black hoodie, my hat is off to you. That is some. Oh wait, shit. There's actually a lot of these. There's a lot. Like 1, 2, 3. Seafood boil.
Wait.
That's an eating show. That's not ASMR.
Seafood boil?
No, that's not
That
ASMR.
sounds disgusting.
No, you boil lobster. It's delicious.
Okay, I was thinking about like the boils that you get on your skin.
ew.
Like seafood boil.
Like that episode of Paradise PD. You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
Where they, it's like they capture the old people in the nursing home, and it's like the whole thing is like.
Oh no!
They're like
Paradise PD is hilarious, but
they're growing scallops on their necks, and they're like.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, dude, it was disgusting.
Okay, I'm counting the amount of wing ASMR I can find. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the first page, and there's more results. There's a lot. There's a lot more than 10. I'll say that.
There's more than 20.
Yeah. So leave a like if you got the right answer, and
or if you're into Buffalo Wild Wings ASMR.
and if you think the
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. And if you think the market's not too saturated, maybe set me up with
Maybe
someone,
get
and
into
I'll get in there.
Holy shit. I mean, we do have a mic. You could definitely do Buffalo Wild Wings
Yeah,
ASMR
for sure.
now. Although God knows why you'd want to.
This is funny. Sorry, I don't want to make your relaxation habits my humor. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, what else do you want to know about? So wait, that book that's on your dresser, what's it called?
Oh,
I'm actually genuinely intrigued by it, and I'll read it. And it is also, I noticed it's Cornell University Press as opposed to like a proper publication agency. So
well, that's not necessarily
no, it's still a decent publication thing, but university presses are normally smaller than like HarperCollins or something.
Yeah. Well, either way, this is called The Witch Hunt or The Triumph of Morality. That's the full title. It's by F.G. Bailey. This dude was born in like 1930 or something. He's still kicking it, so props to him.
Was he born in British India?
I actually don't know. But what I do know about this book is it's basically like this woman dies of it's like malaria. It's cerebral malaria, which is normally not fatal. So they're like, oh, it's not just this, like, and she was a healthy woman. Like, normally the people who die of it are like older babies. So they're like, obviously there's a witch or someone, or not a witch necessarily, but someone using a spirit. And there's
to like curse her?
Yes, to curse her. Like the Devatas is what they call them.
Well, the Devatas are like gods.
Yeah, no, so the thing is...
But the antithesis of those are Rakshas, which is...
But apparently...
demons.
The whole thing is one person's... They basically will claim that one person's god that they worship has gone rogue. And that's what they do. This is in India, per se. This is actually a community that was originally inhabited by the Khans, which are like these people who live there. Konds. And... It's Bispara, I think, something like that.
Well, it's the Indian subcontinent.
Bispara, but basically, no, they were like a tribal culture that didn't have any caste system or anything, and then these people came in, forced the caste system onto them, and then we're like, well, I don't know if it was forced. It may have been adopted. I don't know how it was taken over. It's like such a long history.
Well, yeah, it's also just a complicated thing. Yeah.
Either way, the point stands. Like. It's like a subset of Indian culture, and it's very interesting. And I'd recommend giving it a read. It's
is it for a class, or did you just pick it up somewhere?
It's for a class, but it's an interesting book. I'm into it. A little wordy at times, but like, what isn't these days? So
that's true. Yeah,
it's a good book, though.
I was reading this article where it's like, do you know what the Man Booker Prize is?
The Man Booker Prize?
Yeah, it's basically it's like this thing that's given to like novelists for like essentially kind of the best book of the year. It's a pretty prestigious award, but what's happened is so there's like a bunch of judges for the award, and they have to basically read a shit ton of novels and decide who gets it. Which, if you like reading, isn't a bad job, but some of the novels are like, some of them are good.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to read them.
There have been complaints, especially this year, about how like the novels that people have been reading have been way too long. Like, if you cut down the length of those novels, they would be better novels. And so they've been blaming editors about it. And they were like, oh, the editors haven't been, cutting out enough stuff. And someone else wrote a response saying, oh, it's because the authors haven't, it's still their responsibility. They're writing shit books or whatever. So
I mean, it falls on both people, I think. Centrism. I found this, or a friend sent this really funny meme that was like talking about centrism, and it was saying like the viewpoint that centrists have is like both the left and right political extremes are too far, and the center is in the middle. But then theory 2 is that being a centrist, being in the center, is the opposite side of the coin of being an extremist. So then what you have to be is be in the center of being a centrist and one of those extremes. And then the next theory is those are two extremes. You have to be in the center.
The center of those.
The center of those with the center, as well as the center with the extremes. And it just goes on forever until
so it's
every
like a
single point is bad, and if you have an opinion, you're a bad person. It just shows one of those guys with like a huge brain.
Yeah, but honestly, that's also the way things are going right now, is that, if you have an opinion and someone disagrees with you,
you're a bad person to have an opinion.
Which is...
How dare you?
Yeah, which is wrong. There are some political views which are objectively bad.
Yeah, of course. Like beheading people and treating women as like second-class citizens,
yeah,
etc., etc.
yeah, all of that. But
And racism.
and then there's some views that are like questionably bad, but like
Depends on who you ask.
it depends on who you ask. So
I'm trying to find this. I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm trying to find this meme now.
yeah, but I guess it becomes a question of, do you let people live with whatever opinions you have? You can try to change them, but I don't see the point of being hostile to each other about it, because it's just there's enough animosity in the world without people needing to create more. That's my take on things anyway.
That's true. I guess it's I would say like intervene when it's like when people are endangered. But like also a lot of people would disagree with me, like especially in the anthropology section. Like people used to want to interfere, but now it's like less and less of a thing. People are worried that's gonna cause some fuck ups, because there's a lot of fuck ups that have happened.
Yeah,
like from people
human
interfering.
nature.
Yeah.
What kind of fuck ups?
So one that I heard of recently was like in Malaysia, they came in, started organizing the farms on grids and were distributing the land that way. They were like, oh, no more nomadic shit because it's quote unquote uncivilized. So they did that, and they were like, oh, and we'll be able to feed more people this way. Turns out that it was weird. It was like nomadic farmers. I didn't really get it that much, but basically they knew more about the land than the grids could do. Like there was a lot of land that wasn't fertile that was on those grids, so people were getting dicked over and producing less per person, and so less food got out, more people were starving, more people, like the farmers were out of a job, and like people were like killing themselves and shit. It was fucked up.
Yeah, that reminds me, have you heard of the tragedy of the commons?
Tragedy of Darth Pelagius the Wise. It's not a story.
It's not
that the uncommon people
No.
tell you.
No. The tragedy of the commons is basically.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, you didn't say it though.
it's basically when you like if you like give like a resource or access to a resource or the property rights to a resource to a bunch of people, to like too many people, then in certain scenarios what happens is the use of that resource becomes significantly less efficient than if you gave it to one person. So it's like having like a utility or something being public as opposed to privately owned, and what happens is you get losses in efficiency. So for example, what people did was they did a study where like for like oysters, you like go dive for oysters or whatever, they were like there's this
they gave everyone the lake and then everyone fished.
Well, here's the thing, if there's like a region where the oysters are, then there were two ways. You can either lease the land, and then if you lease the land, the oysters that are on that land belong to you, irrespective of who dives and gets them. And the second one is, a public entity owns like the lake where the oysters are, and everyone can just go diving for it, and whoever gets an oyster gets an oyster.
Yeah, but that way everyone goes and they get
make
as
less,
much as they can, so no one else can.
Also what happens
is all the resources get depleted.
The resources get depleted because no one has any interest in preserving it. Whereas if someone privately owns it and they make money from it, it's in their interest to make sure to keep surviving so that they get a constant stream of income. So that's the tragedy of the commons.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Privatize everything.
Well, also though, there's also the tragedy of the anti-commons, which is kind of what happened with the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Where there was this case where like after the collapse of the Soviet Union, there were a bunch of storefronts in Moscow, right? But no one used those storefronts, and they all just set up like stalls in front of them and sold from there. And there were all of these empty like shops that no one used because they set up land. And that's because under like Soviet rule, that land technically belonged to everyone. If one person tried to use it, they wouldn't be like other people would say, no, it belongs to me, it belongs to me, it belongs to me, and it wouldn't work. And that's called the tragedy of the anti-commons. What were we talking about? How did we get onto this topic? I kind of forget.
We were talking about India, and then we talked about coffee and voodoo death, and then but after.
Well, I mean, immediately before the tragedy of the commons, because this was applicable to
someone followed this with greater than we did. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, but either way, that's both of those things explained, I guess. So if you don't know that, well done, you hopefully do now.
Yeah.
It's interesting stuff. It's part of like my fucking econ class.
Mm. We're a young, educated group of fellas.
Yeah.
You have you have one of those little topic cards to talk about things, or do you want to just have me go off on a few things I know?
No, go off on a few things and I'll just contradict.
Go off
I guess.
some shit. Little boy notes.
Little boy notes.
Speaking of communism, who's your favorite German philosopher that lived in 1818 all the way until 1883?
Isn't that only one of them?
Well,
those are very specific dates.
It's Karl Marx. That's right, Ajay. Karl Marx is. We are not advocating for communism, by the way. I just literally opened my notes and this is the first thing that was here. So let's talk about
Marx. Wow. Okay. Did
So,
you ever read Animal Farm?
saw Animal House, the movie.
Different but better, I guess. I don't know. That is a great movie. Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Animal Farm is basically George Orwell satirizing kind of the whole Soviet thing.
Oh, I love George Orwell.
And it's instead of like the Soviets, it's pigs on a farm, and they basically overthrow their human owners.
They become the humans at the end.
Yeah. So there's like one dude who's called Napoleon, another pig that's called Snowball, and basically Napoleon, I think, is Stalin and Snowball is Lenin, and Snowball gets driven away by Napoleon.
Oh, that's fun.
It's basically just a recitation of those events, but from like the perspective of like animals on a farm.
Yeah,
and it's great. They become like, they are sentient. They don't become
humans.
sentient, and they just overthrow the humans. And it talks about how like it satirizes the whole like Soviet state of things and demonstrates exactly how all of those things can go wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
so Animal House was about these guys who joined a fraternity, and they were the underdogs of the scenario, and they used their teamwork and got together and became the coolest kids on the park.
They didn't really become the coolest kids on the park. They pretty much just like destroyed an entire parade, blew up a bunch of shit, and yeah, they became the coolest kids on the park. Pretty much. It is a great movie. It's fucking hilarious.
No, dude, I love Animal House.
I like the bit where
What's your favorite movie you've seen recently?
What We Do in the Shadows.
What's that about?
So I watched that with Goose. Goose is this guy in our frat.
Better yet, actually, I'm going to Google a movie review, and I'm going to find the most critical one.
For What We Do in the Shadows?
What We Do
in the Shadows. So it's basically this film that's set in New Zealand. It's directed and produced by Taika Waititi and this other dude. That's the same dude who was the director for Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, shit.
But it's basically about like vampires. 96%. And like it's kind of like a mockumentary style thing about like vampires in New Zealand. And it's delightfully bizarre and funny and just all around strange. Like there's this gag in the film, kinda recurring, not really recurring, but kinda recurring, which about like spaghetti and like the vampires turning the spaghetti into worms. But none of the vampires are actually originally from New Zealand. They're from like Europe and shit. And so one of the guys keeps calling spaghetti biscotti. And so this dude who's been freshly turned into a vampire, he brings his friend Stu around. And none of the vampires want to make Stu a vampire because they all love Stu. Like, they love Stu more than they like the freshly turned vampire that brought him around. And they're like, oh, Stu! And anyway, so the dude that brought him around, he tells Stu, if they offer you spaghetti, don't eat it. And the guy's like, I think they offered me biscotti. Except what that dude says is instead of spaghetti, he says biscotti.
Yeah. I want to read you a little critique from my Tom Long of Detroit News.
All right.
Maybe it's something in the water down under. But those fellows have managed to concoct a whole new perspective on fangsters. That's the
whole review.
That was the most critical review I could find. They're all pretty good.
That's a pretty shit review. Yeah, the reviews are all good. It's a fantastic movie, dude. I would highly recommend watching that. It's really hilarious and it honestly leaves you feeling like quite a bit happier than you were when you first started watching it. It's quite funny. Yeah.
It's always good to have a feel good movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about Marx, but honestly, fuck him. We could skip that.
We were talking about movies. What's a movie
Yeah,
you've watched recently that you enjoyed?
I've recently enjoyed. I saw Infinity War, but everyone's seen Infinity War. That was really one of the best ones. I haven't seen a movie recently. I want to see Incredibles 2. I didn't get.
Oh, I saw Incredibles 2.
Heard it's good.
With Scott and Renal.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I like how Thanos is purple now. It makes me happy.
Wasn't he purple?
He was blue in all the other ones. They literally changed him purple for no reason. Yeah, no, I'll show you.
Huh.
Or look it up. Like, the whole thing is
in like the comics, he was blue.
In the comics and also in the older movie, in Guardians of the Galaxy,
he was blue.
Blue, and apparently he was in the first Avengers as well. I had no idea.
Shit. Yeah, he was. He was in a post-credit scene after the first Avengers movie. He was like, basically they foiled the invasion, then you can see him putting on the Infinity Gauntlet, but there's no stones, and he's like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Oh shit!
I just don't remember what he looked like in it.
Oh man, he's blue.
Oh, that is very blue.
Yeah.
Why did they change it to purple?
I don't know. I like it though. It's funny. He looks like they changed him like he looks like the Pawn Stars guy instead.
The Pawn Stars guy?
Wait, so it's like Thanos, Pawn Stars. There's like a bunch of edits of Thanos. Thanos memes are really funny.
Oh, Thanos.
He looks exactly like.
Oh, he looks like Rick. No, he does not look like Rick.
He looks
whatever
like
his
Rick.
name is from. No.
He looks like Rick. I think it's funny. See, he's a mad titan.
All I can do is $500.
Yeah, dude. That's it. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. See, what people have been saying is like in the next Infinity Wars movie that like everyone who died will come back because they're just going to reverse the effects.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I feel like that's kind of cheating. You know?
It is, and that's what's
they're
gonna
dead.
happen.
Just let them be dead for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo! They're all
funny.
dead. Sad.
No, it would have been funny. It would have been like a good way to. But like, the thing is, like, they're not gonna like kill off their most successful creations just because, like, fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but like, also that movie was
made
really
an obscene amount of money, so they didn't just kill it
was
off.
so good. Fuck.
It was done pretty well. Yeah, I'll say.
Fuck, dude.
Oh shit! Dylan couldn't board his flight because there's like a storm in Philly or something.
Oh shit. That's kind of fucked, but at least we'll have him for the weekends.
Yeah. Oh, that means he can get challenged. Anyway, yeah.
We should watch the Minions movie. Didn't watch
Is
it.
that the one where they like all go together and
I
they
have
get
no
like,
idea.
adopted by like this super evil villainess and then they do some bullshit?
Oh, so you've seen it?
I've seen the trailer.
Okay. Let's go watch it.
Didn't it come out a while ago?
It came out so long ago. It came out in like 2015.
Oh.
I just have all these like really
No. Yo, dude, you
like
know what I'm hyped
shitty
for?
Minions memes on my phone. Like they're ironic ones.
There's
like,
a new Johnny English movie coming out.
I don't know Johnny English.
You haven't seen Johnny English?
No, dude.
Have you not seen Johnny English?
I haven't seen a movie in a long time.
Dude, Johnny English is hilarious.
I've seen one movie.
So it's Rowan Atkinson, who's like the Mr. Bean dude.
Oh,
and
shit.
He's like this English spy, but he really, really sucks.
Oh, it's like one of those comedy type
Yeah,
movies.
yeah, it's fucking hilarious. And there were two of those movies, and then after a long time now, they've made a third one. So it should be interesting. It should be funny. I've seen the trailer. The trailer is actually quite amusing.
Yeah.
As it would be. Yeah. Crew. Were you on a crew team, dude?
Yeah. I
Right.
was. I was a rowing boy at for like 2 years of my life, and then I stopped because I realized it sucked, and I realized I'm like a swimmer, or I guess I was. I still swim all the time though, but like not competitively. But like I used to do competitive shit. I like how your cast says "fucking idiot."
Yeah, it's not really a cast, it's just a bandage, and yeah, for whatever reason, Thomas League. So I did a bunch of stupid shit Friday, was it Saturday? Whatever. Either way, I had to get 10 stitches, and so I've had a bandage around my knee for like the last 4 or 5 days. And
Don't kick the wood, dude.
sorry, dude. Sorry about your fucking wood.
It's my wood, dude.
Yeah.
Don't kick my wood.
Jesus Christ. Either way, this guy suddenly decides, even though I have to change the bandages every 24 hours, he decides he's going to sign the bandage. And so there's a bunch of signatures, and then someone put fucking idiot, someone put get well soon, someone drew a dick on it, obviously, had to be done. And then there's some normal signatures on it. So
Cool. First off, I gotta get rid of this pen. This pen's out of ink. Here.
what are you gonna do?
I'm signing on it.
That's right over the wound, dude.
It's not really. Oh, there we go.
Ah, shit. What are you writing?
Love, Daddy. Love is a heart.
I guess that looks kind of like an oval.
Looks kind of like a butt.
Not really. It looks more like a leaf.
Whatever. Leaf Daddy.
You're not phenomenal.
Leaf Daddy alone.
Leaf Daddy alone.
Leaf Daddy alone. He didn't go to art school. I actually do have a few drawings.
Of what?
Mostly memes.
Of course.
Like, that's just, like, what I find funny. Like, I had to do it to him.
Oh, no,
Dr.
no,
Phil
no.
Eminem and the Tims. I like putting Tims on things. Oh, fuck. These pages. Oh, fuck, they got ruined in the water.
Honestly, just for the
They're
sake
all
of
wet.
Tims, you just put Tims on them.
Yeah.
That reminds me, so, this guy I knew, we were having, like, this event, and he went all the way back upstairs in the middle of it just to put on a Vineyard Vines hat, and then he came back down. He left the whole event for no reason except to go up, fix his hat, and put a Vineyard Vines hat on backwards and come back down. It was a formal event. So, like, why?
Nice.
Can you guess who this was?
Seth.
No, not Seth.
Howard.
No.
Wait. They left to get a Vineyard Vines hat and put it on their head.
Backwards.
Backwards. Oh, it's Salerno.
No. Salerno doesn't have
Who the
Vineyard
fuck
Vines.
wears backwards hats other than Salerno?
Renault.
Oh,
He's-
fuck, that makes
can you
sense.
see how it would be?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get it,
yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
It was
There you go.
interesting. It was strange as shit. What the fuck is... Wait, what is
No,
that?
so I drew...
Is that the... What's his name? Dude with the big brain, the kid.
Yeah.
What's his name? Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah, brain blast.
You got Jimmy Neutron, dude?
Yeah, I drew Jimmy Neutron with a little gerbil.
That's actually a decent...
He looks so depressed.
drawing.
This is like...
Is that a Garfield
For everyone
shit?
back at home, this is going to be a fun little adventure because we're just going to describe pictures that we can see but you can't.
Yeah. Is that Toad but with, like, big legs?
Oh yeah, that's a meme. That's like not, I didn't make that up.
I've never seen that. That's pretty
Dude,
fucking
my page
funny.
has got all fucked up though. That's annoying.
Oh, in the rain? Is your
Yeah.
backpack not waterproof?
Like, look, the Knuckles. This was when the Knuckles meme was funny. Remember the funny Uganda meme, everyone?
Yeah. Oh, did Spec show
I
you
put
that
Tim's
thing
on.
where like it's the Uganda, it's like Knuckles, but he's doing like Soviet shit and the Soviet anthem.
Yes, I love that. Look, the minion with Tim's and he's Yoda. So this one's a minion with Tim's. He has a little star like in his eyes, like the Flash. He's got Yoda ears, a lightsaber, and I drew some very detailed Tims on him. That's pretty much it.
Let me see how detailed. Oh shit, those are unnecessarily detailed. I'll put it that way. Wow.
All right, that was our fun little visual part of the podcast that you will not get to see, but you will hear.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're someone who likes that, then you found the right podcast.
Yeah. Now we take a short break for Ryan to do ASMR shit into the mic.
Oh shit. Okay.
Alright everyone, this is Joe told me not to fuck with this mic.
You're just whispering.
But,
It's not fucking with it.
We're gonna scrape your ears a little bit. Scraping both of your ears now. Getting in there. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that segment of Ignorami ASMR.
Fun stuff.
All right, now we're back to the regularly scheduled podcast. You have anything in mind you wanna rattle off? Also checking how long we've been doing this.
Yeah, it has been a while, but not particularly.
Not too
Not
long.
right now.
It's been 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's wow. 40 minutes is actually longer than I thought we'd go on this. Honestly.
No.
Yeah.
I was expecting like an hour. We're doing pretty good.
No.
I bet
Yeah, well, I mean, we've
my
kind
favorite
of,
part of the podcast is one of the comments. My favorite part of the podcast is when they stopped they were about to say something, but then Ryan interrupted to evaluate whether or not they did well on the podcast in the middle of it.
Oh no, my favorite part of the podcast so far is when I went into a tirade about the tragedy of the commons and forgot why I did that.
My favorite part of the podcast was when both the Ignorami just started talking about their favorite parts of the podcast.
Even though the podcast isn't over yet. So, I mean, hey, we're living up to the name, dude. Two guys, we've spoken about a lot of shit. But we haven't spoken a lot about a lot of
Jack
shit.
about I know Jack about these things.
That's kind of the whole point, though, isn't it? You know, it's about giving an interesting opinion about, well, allegedly or supposedly interesting opinion on things that might or might not matter.
Yeah. What's your favorite labor movement?
I don't give a shit about labor movements.
You heard it here
First, folks, Ajay's an enemy of the people.
Yeah, I'm an enemy of them, even though I'm one of the fucking people. I mean, you're the fucking industrial and labor relations.
Yeah,
What's your favorite labor movement?
My favorite labor, or maybe labor movement was the wrong
Does
thing.
the French Revolution count?
Sure.
Great. I liked it when they executed a bunch of French.
That's like the edgiest thing I've heard today. No, this isn't a labor movement. I actually started by saying something that I wasn't prepared to say. So I'm gonna say something else, which is it has to do with labor though. Is a bunch of teachers made a this is fun because this is like a little debate we could do. So a bunch of teachers made a Facebook group in this kindergarten, but it's just the teachers. It's not the kids or anything. And it's a private group, and they start taking pictures of these kids. Like one kid had lice, they took a picture of them, and we're like working in a school with these nasty ass kids with like lice and shit. They're like saying a bunch of crazy shit about like these people. I mean, not really crazy. I mean, like talking about the lice, like that's like a genuine. I think that's a genuine health concern to have. To be like, why am I working in these conditions where kids are running around with lice?
Yeah.
But like there was other shit where they're like saying like they wanted their manager to die and shit like that. They're like, die bitch, die, and
wow,
some other shit. And then like what happened basically was one of the teachers got divorced, and her husband sent the Facebook group to the principal. And then the principal found out, and everyone found out about it. Not the teachers, the parents of the kids found out too, and they found all the posts. And then it was all over. And then the company was like, or the school, I should say, was like, yeah, we have to fire these teachers. And
does that mean they ended up
the
firing
debate was,
all of
did
the
they have
teachers?
just cause to fire? They didn't end up, or I think they ended up firing one of them and like suspending another or something.
Well, the
Do you
just
think
cause
they
would
had
depend
just
on whether
cause?
it's what was in that contract. Is there anything in that contract that explicitly forbade them from doing that?
Let's take a look at the notes. I think there was like there's always a progressive discipline thing with your
Yeah, and
labor
also
thing,
it is also, since you're teaching
you're-
children, there's a question of morality.
If you're ever in any job, which you will be, now you know.
Unless you're
most have
unemployable.
progressive discipline. So if you're in trouble and they try and fire you right away, tell them get your union, or just read the contract. You might have it even if you don't have a union. It's a useful little tidbit. Let's see. This was I got a lot of shit.
Ryan, protector of people's jobs.
Protector of people's jobs right now. Is it a Misco case? No. Not the paper mill. Not the. Ajay, you want to take it away with some ASMR while I find? Oh, I found it. Never mind. Okay. So Vista Nuevas, 2011. So teachers started the Facebook group. One teacher became estranged so her ex-husband printed out the Facebook group and sent it to the supervisor, not the principal. And then, oh yeah, apparently the kid with the head lice was like the kid of one of the assistant teachers. So like she found out like right away. The grievant was fired. So there's basically this lady who was fired, and she was like the head of the group. And then she was like, you can't fire me for that. Like, that's some, like, it's fucked up. And, oh yeah, because it's all about, the idea was, they were like, oh, this is protected activity, which is what our union contract has.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it is a good...
Or not union, actually. I mean, that's NLRA rights. Or, no, those only apply to union people. Anyway, point is, that's the rights to have union activity. So I don't know if I would call it, like, they're like, oh, we wouldn't call this union activity. This is like bullshit. They're just yelling at people online and making fun of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh yeah, and they were making fun of the parents and stuff, like after teacher conferences and shit. I mean, at the same time, if you're going to teacher conferences with like, I mean, I don't know everyone's story, but like in kindergarten.
I mean, here's another thing. Do you really think teachers don't make fun of parents?
Oh, so the thing
like,
is,
not, like whether or not it's on a group
course.
chat, they would still probably just talk to each other about it if they're friends.
Yeah. So basically, the reason the parents found out was because after the husband showed management told everybody. Like, I don't know why they thought that was necessary. Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Well, it might have been just like an obligation to tell them what's happening.
Yeah. So
like a sense of, I think this is the right thing, so
Yeah.
do it.
So one of the people was suspended, so the whole thing is like, this is excessive punishment, you know, to just fire someone for like with no previous shit they've done wrong and just this, like there's no progressive discipline in this case, it looks like, as like a part of the contract, but still it's like, you gotta like, as an employer, like, you gotta like know there's like, I don't know, like make, as anything really, you gotta make the punishment match the crime. And I don't really think it was fireable material. What do you think?
I mean, I will say what they did wasn't necessarily the nicest of things, but in terms of like, legal grounds to fire someone for something like that, I don't see why.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as long as it didn't interfere with, them doing their job, which is teaching the kids and taking care of the kids. If they didn't abuse the kids, if they didn't harm the kids, or like, treat them badly, if they taught them what they were supposed to teach them, showed up to work on time, did all of that stuff. Yes, this is like a bad thing, but it doesn't mean that they did their job wrong and they should lose their job for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, maybe they should get some kind of disciplinary measure, but like, not lose their job. Definitely not.
Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah, so if that's something that interests you, consider looking into arbitration as a profession. Fun little thing. Arbitration's interesting, actually, in like that you don't technically need you technically don't need any education to become an arbitrator. Unlike a lawyer, you don't need it typically helps if you are a lawyer, but you don't need to be. Granted, rather than lawyers who get hired by the government when people fail to have lawyers and they'll basically like have employment as long as they're in the right field.
Yeah.
Arbitrators are sought out by business owners as well as union members, and they're like agreed upon. So it's kind of like you're out there for yourself. So like, even though it's like you don't need the law degree, having it definitely helps.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. You like have to go into law to be a arbitrator, but then people in law are like, we don't want to fuck with any of the arbitrators' decisions. So like, you can't overrule arbitrators' decisions but with common law. Like, it's kind of weird. So basically, if an employer or a union person is like, oh man, I didn't like this arbitration decision, I'm gonna appeal it, like you would a court case.
Yeah. You
would appeal it, you'd take it to the court, and they'd tell you fuck off. Because like, we don't know this shit, the arbitrator has it right. It's cool. It's like cool stuff. Like, they have like a jurisdiction. Oh yeah, I drew a muscular little muscular baby, and he's noticing that on my page.
Yeah, so that's what you do in class.
Yes. Well, I take a lot of notes.
You take a lot of notes, dude. I don't take as many notes in my
I'm good at writing, but when there's like shit not going on, this is like a 2.5 hour class, so when a lot of time there's shit not going on, I'll just draw.
Oh, is that a night class?
Yes.
Oh, those are the worst.
My class sucks. And it's rained the past like 3 times I've gone.
Yeah. It's not gonna rain.
It rained today a lot.
Yeah, it rained a shit ton. I like rain.
Soaked I don't like it when it's pouring like that. Like I
don't know, I kinda like, I mean, from the inside it looks nice. It's got like this whole, it adds this kind of atmosphere to the day, which I think is
turning ASMR.
Sorry.
Yeah, but no, I think it adds like a bit of atmosphere, which is pretty cool.
No, 100% as long as I'm inside. Being outside though, I had to leave from class today and it was pouring rain. It like just started, and like I just like all my shit was soaked. My books got like, that's why my fucking sketchbook is all fucked up now. So, but yeah, That's rain. You
That's rain for you.
What's the?
It's
deal
not gonna
with
rain tomorrow. It's gonna get cold. I don't know. I also kind of like it when it gets colder.
Yeah, that's fair. I would
Like
much
on
rather
the
have
shoulders.
snow.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, snow is good the first few weeks it's there, and then you just kind of like sick of it.
A nice snowy day, you get all bundled up. Maybe and
No,
if
the
you have
bed,
no
yeah.
responsibilities, you're just in your home, like
You
get
look out and
get
it's
some
like-
hot
yeah.
cocoa, look outside,
That's
maybe
fair.
take a step
Let's
out.
do it. And I guess the best part of cold weather is when you come into the warmth,
Yes,
right?
You
Because
get
that's
to-
an interesting feeling.
after like sledding or something like that. Oh man, it's so fun.
Yeah, or playing. We played football in the snow. I mean,
Oh,
like
yeah?
American football in the snow.
Yeah.
I've done that like 3 times now.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time, it was fun, but then me and Renault, we hurt for like days afterwards because both of us got tackled by Chad. Chad is this dude who's
Chad
like
is a Chad.
200. He is like 250
He's so big.
pounds. And the bad thing about
Huge
playing
dude,
like
love
football
him.
in the snow is that like because it's cold, your muscles like contract, right?
Yeah.
It seize up, which means that when you get tackled, it hurts a lot more.
Mhm.
You've heard, right? Like if you get into
Yeah.
an accident or you get hit or
Play
whatever.
paintball.
If
I played paintball in the snow,
if your
not
muscles
great.
are like relaxed,
It's fine.
you don't hurt as much. But in the cold, you tense up, and that just fucks you over big time.
Yeah. I saw. I think it was like due date. Yeah, due date. And the dude gets in a car accident and he's like just completely asleep and he's the only one who's fine. And he's the one driving.
Yeah, he was the one driving and he fell asleep and they like crashed.
And they're
on the
like,
highway.
no, the dude's like all fucked up and like, well, he was asleep, so it's fine. So yeah, fall asleep driving. It's a good
It's
tactic.
good for you, yeah.
It's good for you. You won't get hurt. And if you have
Great advice there.
if you have good insurance, that's probably very good advice.
I mean, unless you die.
Like, well, you won't.
Well, if you die, you don't have to
No,
pay
you'll be nice and relaxed.
healthcare, so.
You'll be nice and relaxed because you'll be sleeping and you won't get hurt, so
Yeah.
you won't die.
Yeah, the healthcare system in America is bad.
Oh yeah,
But that's probably too dark for this podcast.
We've been talking about a lot of. I mean,
We've been talking about borderline dark.
maybe just don't make it dark.
Yeah, that's fair. What's up?
It was a I had to do it to a meme. I have like my little cousins like on the Snapchat thing and like I just skip it. I just skip it every time. They're like 5. I'm like, why do you have phones?
Why are they on
I
Snapchat
think
at the
it's
age of 5?
I think it's so funny though that they have it.
Have
It's really
Snapchat
funny.
at the age
well,
of
some
5?
of them do. Like one of them's
Weird.
5, one of them's like maybe I think she's 7 now. Either way, they're getting older. Well, because
As people tend to do.
no, but the thing is, like, there's one who was 5 and one who was 7, like at the same
Oh.
time. So I always get them mixed up sometimes.
Confused.
So
That's fair.
Yeah.
I sympathize with that, yeah. I have one cousin who's 9 years younger than me and another one who's, I forget how many years younger than me he is. So.
that's an awesome story.
Yeah, it's a very fun story. That was a roller coaster from start to fucking
That's
finish.
good.
Yeah. That is the best fucking story in the world, dude. I should just write that into a book and I'll get the Nobel Prize in Literature.
You're
I
milking.
have 2 cousins, one's 9 and the other one's a few years younger than him. Dude, it made me cry. What a beautiful
It made me
story.
cry.
Wait, where'd you get those battles from?
Sure. Tell the best good feel story in 3 words.
Do you want me to start?
Yes, I asked you.
Ah, shit. Feel good story in 3 words. Happily ever after.
That's not a story, dude. There has to be a conflict.
A story in 3
There has
words?
to be.
Wait,
there
a
has to be-
story in 3 words?
There has to be a plot. There has to be a conflict, and there has to be a climax. And
Well,
an
you
end to that
can't
conflict.
do that in 3 words, can you?
3 things.
Just 3 random things.
3 words, not random. story. I'm gonna.
Sick boy cured.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. There was conflict, and it got resolved.
Yeah.
I had one that said, "Daddy came home."
I guess that counts too. Yeah, that reminds me of like you've heard that thing,
Daddy's
like
home.
the shortest horror story in the world.
Yeah, no, I was doing
which
the
is like
opposite.
that's just like what is it like?
It's what is it? It's
like there's
no, it's like 5 words. It's like baby shoes for sale, never worn, or something like that.
oh no, it's like the last man alive sits in his house. He hears a knock on the door.
That's not. Oh, horror. I thought you said sad.
Oh no.
No, they have the sad one. That's like baby
Sad
shoes, never worn, or something like that.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
It's sad,
That is
but
sad.
I like that one better with the man in the knock. Oh man, what do you think would happen? So you're the last man on the world right now. What do you do?
I'd probably take like the keys to Nick's Mustang and just drive it around for a while.
Okay, so you drive it around for a while. Where do you drive it to? Like, just give me a general thing, like a store, a house.
No, I just like get on the highway and just like drive.
You run out of gas.
Through like beautiful scenery. I'll stop at petrol stations and fill up on gas.
Okay. Are you using cash to do it? Aren't those things?
Why do I need money?
No, but don't they not work if you don't put cash in them? Or
No, don't you have to?
Oh no, they
don't
do.
you fill it in and then go inside?
You're right.
And
You
pay?
do it after.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can
Yeah.
100% do that.
Hey, if
Okay.
everyone's dead, I can
You're
just fill
hungry.
up gas.
You're hungry. What do you do?
Take food from a gas station.
Okay. What food?
Twinkies. Zombieland.
I don't think they have Twinkies anymore.
Twinkies
Twinkies
at
got
gas
discontinued.
No.
I thought they got.
Hostess went bankrupt and then they got like unbankrupt.
Because that was the whole thing with Zombieland USA was like I thought they were going out of service.
Well, so what happened was Twinkies, like the company was going bankrupt,
Yeah.
and that's why there was a run on Twinkies. Everyone was like, let's buy Twinkies before they go. But
But
then what happened was the company got like,
okay.
their debt got like restructured and shit like that. They got like a bunch of private investors to invest in them. And they sort of came back, new management structure, new everything. They still own the brand name though. It's a completely different company to the Twinkies that went bankrupt.
Okay.
But they
So
own
they still make
they own the
Twinkies.
proprietary stuff. They still make Twinkies.
Good.
I know because for like one of my clubs I pitched Hostess, which is a company that makes Twinkies, and we decided it would be a good idea. It was like a case
Are
competition.
they public?
Yeah, they're public.
Oh, nice.
So we thought it would be a good idea because it was like a competition to just go to Walmart, buy a bunch of Twinkies, and give all the judges Twinkies.
Yeah, that's funny. That's bribery. I love it.
And like there was this old dude, and he saw the Twinkie, and it was like, "Oh, I haven't had this in ages." And he was like, "It's the Twinkie," and I was like, "Yes."
Years. Did you win?
Nah.
Oh.
We won the Cornell round, and then we had to go to like the actual bank, and we went there, and we were finalists,
Yeah.
but we didn't win.
Okay.
We came close though, I think. And here's the thing: we only knew about the competition like a week before it happened, and we put together like the pitch and everything like 2 or 3
As long
days.
as you had his.
Everyone else had. Like,
Damn.
yeah.
That's fucked.
There was schools like U Chicago and shit. U Chicago, they were like, "Oh yeah, we've been working on this for a month." And
Smart
we were like,
cookies.
"We worked on this for 3 days," and we still did really good. So
Nice.
I'm proud of that shit.
That's epic, dude.
But either way, what was I talking about? Yeah, I just drive the Mustang around until I got bored.
You're bored. What do you do?
I don't know. I'm bored right now. Not during the middle of this podcast, but like just generally, I'm bored. So I just
Why?
try and find shit to do.
Oh, like in the story. What?
Yeah, in the story and also just generally, because like I have this like
Why? What's that?
personality. No, nothing much. It's just I have this personality where I do shit and I'm like cool, and then my attention span is not.
Not there for the rest.
It's not huge. So like I
Got
keep
it.
needing to find something different to do.
Okay, so you just like need something fulfilling.
Yeah, so if I was
like
a-
a podcast.
Like a podcast.
Like a podcast, the most fulfilling career out there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, basically, if I was the last person on Earth, I would
Uh-huh.
get bored pretty fast. But what that would also mean is, if you're the last person on Earth, like morality, blah blah blah, everything just gets thrown out of the window. You can.
What are
do
you
anything.
saying?
I'm
There's
saying
no people left.
exactly. So
You can't rob anyone.
Exactly. So there's no concept of like you can't kill anyone, you can't rob anyone.
But you can't because they don't
nothing.
exist.
Nothing you do is wrong anymore because you're the only human.
But you
being
can't
left.
do those wrong things anyway
Exactly.
because they're not there.
Well, yeah, but you can still do like things that would be frowned upon in normal society.
I guess. Yeah, you could like.
Like you can like take random people's cars because those
That's
people
true.
don't exist anymore, so the cars don't belong to them. So
That's
I'm
true.
talking about that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, And then you can do whatever you want. You don't have to pay for it.
What if
like I can, if there's a plane, I can try to learn how to drive a plane. Although that wouldn't end well.
No, it wouldn't.
So I probably wouldn't do that.
Read a book or two.
Read many books. I just fucking like go into like the bookstore and just fucking like read every book there while I was there. You know. Probably teach myself how to cook. Although I'd probably run out of like fresh ingredients after a while.
And then someone knocks on your door.
It might not be someone. It's just there's a knock.
There's a knock at the door. I brought the snack. You answer it?
I'd answer it. What else am I gonna do?
It's a monkey with a Glock.
It's a monkey with a Glock.
But like not like he's gonna shoot you, but like just like he found it and he's holding
it. How big is the monkey?
It's a chimp.
Ooh.
You know, chimps are the only monkeys that kill each other. Like,
they go to, like,
other than
against
humans,
each other?
Other than humans, they're the only animal that kills their own species. Or the only primate that
You know
kills
what
their own
monkey with a
species.
Glock reminds me of?
What?
Like this. Did you ever read that Edgar Allan Poe story where it's like this chimpanzee that gets hold of a razor and just goes around killing people?
That's hilarious. That's Edgar Allan Poe.
He sets up the story really well about like, oh, there's like this really gruesome murder and no one has any. It's like right from the beginning, it's a really gruesome murder.
My favorite
it's
book.
sinister. It's sinister. You know, you have no idea how someone would do something this bad.
Yeah.
And it sucks because the solution is there's an orangutan with a razor that's going around killing people.
God, that's hilarious. I love it so much.
It's great.
Aww.
It's hilarious.
I love monkeys. They're fun.
Yeah. You get monkeys a lot in India.
Yeah. Nice. I just think of that movie with where they like raise the monkey like it's a person and he plays hockey. That's what I was thinking of, like a monkey in like a hockey jersey.
What movie is this, dude?
Oh, it's like
a monkey in a hockey jersey.
Hockey movie. Hockey.
Isn't that
monkey.
one that's like a dog that plays basketball?
That's Air Bud. I'm looking up hockey monkey.
Oh wait, is it like? Oh, I think I might know this one.
Well, apparently hockeymonkey.com is a discount hockey gear website.
Very cool.
That wasn't what I was looking for. I'm not going for maps. No, I don't want to find.
Hockey monkey.
I want to find the honky monkey. There he is, hockey monkey. Look, he's a little monkey on the whatever team that is. It's like a fake team.
Oh shit! It looks a little like the Bruins.
What movie was this? Look at him, monkey playing hockey. It's the Nugget.
That's not the movie.
The Nugget is the name of the team. He's the most valuable primate, MVP.
Hockey.
Dude, can you imagine playing hockey against a monkey? That
and
thing
then
would, like,
losing?
Because it would fucking jump at you and tear your face off. What's it
called?
called?
The movie's actually called Most Valuable Primate. The movie's actually called Most Valuable Primate.
I love monkey.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh man, there's a hockey. The most vertical primate.
There's a sequel, yes, yeah. Most MVP 2, Most Vertical Primate.
Why is he like this? I love it. This whoever taught this monkey to do all these sports for these movies, like.
Oh, dude, no, there's a movie called Funky Monkey.
What is this image?
A chimpanzee.
What's this? Mario who? There's no Mario here. There's only Monkey.
Check this out. There's a movie called Funky Monkey, and it's a chimpanzee with martial arts training is pursued by the government.
That's awesome, dude. That's actually sick. Someone made a Pokemon.
Who comes up with these things?
Someone made a Pokemon card.
A Pokemon
Hockey
card?
Monkey.
Slap shot and goal.
Literally both attacks are insta kill. Is what it says. The monkey will just kill you. That's what he does. Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, there are a lot of Air Bud movies. There's so many Air Bud movies. What is wrong with people?
No, they're.
And then there's this soccer dog.
They brought him on the NBA. They brought him on the NBA like as an announcer, and he worked.
Wow.
Like they actually did that. Like they made him an announcer with the guy who normally does it. And it was very weird. Look, dude, this monkey celebrating. Most valuable. Wow, the movies are only set apart 1 year. That's like some good production time to like train a monkey to play these sports. Like because like the hockey.
CGI.
No, but the hockey they could have done very long.
They
time,
could have had like a
you know,
dude doing the hockey and then like CGI the monkey.
No, it's a monkey. I don't believe you. But I'm gonna look him up. But the whole thing is like it probably takes even longer to make him learn skateboarding. Leave a comment below.
Dude, it would be harder to teach him how to ice skate.
Leave a comment below if you think most valuable primate is real or not.
It's CGI.
And I'm on. So if you're on Team Ajay and believe it's CGI, leave a like. And if you're on Team Ryan and believe it's real, then leave a like and also comment. Ryan was right about monkey.
Yeah, he probably isn't though.
All right, let's take this podcast to the next level.
And do what? Make our own monkey movie?
Yeah, we could get a monkey.
Monkey
How much do
sitter.
monkeys cost? Monkey sitter. That could be the name.
What, you get a monkey to babysit?
Or we get a monkey on the podcast.
That's like Baby's Day Out, but like with monkeys.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. If we had a monkey, we would just like open the door. There's a monkey with a Glock. And he's just like. I love monkey. Oh man. You know proboscis monkeys?
So a finger monkey. Finger monkey's a small monkey.
That'd be a good idea.
Range from 1,500 to 4,000 based on temperament.
I could get 1,500.
Primates though, monkeys.
But 1,500 would be like the least like temperable monkey.
Yeah, it would be a bad monkey.
Proboscis monkeys.
3,900.
They have like the big noses.
Oh,
Look at them.
Oh, lemurs are the worst, dude.
Lemurs? Like,
Lemurs are great.
Oh my god, I do have... So, we are an hour and 5 minutes into the podcast, so we could end it here if we want, but I do have a lemur story that we can end on.
Oh.
Lemurs are primates.
Look at this. Even though keeping monkeys as pets is frowned upon,
Yeah.
it can be difficult, costly, cruel, and dangerous. They are easily obtained from private breeders. Lemurs, tamarins, and marmosets run in the range of 1,500 to 2,500.
Orisu's monkey costs 3,500.
Baboons, dude. Baboons for 3,500.
What the
Spider
fuck?
monkeys are 6K.
That makes sense. Spider monkeys. So you have it here first, folks. We ranked all the monkeys. Spider monkeys at the top of the list.
Then come lemurs, then baboons, then whatever.
No, baboons before lemurs.
Nah, dude.
No, because the lemurs are less expensive.
Yeah, but
It's
lemurs...
based on price, supply and demand.
No, we're not ranking it based on price. We're ranking it based on monkeys.
I'm ranking them based on price.
I think lemurs are better monkeys than baboons.
That's fair. Okay.
Even though the baboon and Lion King's cool.
You know,
But the lemur in Madagascar is better.
that's what I was going to get into, was the lemur in Madagascar.
I like to know.
So the whole thing with him is there was basically a, back when Dan Schneider owned Nickelodeon,
Is
Madagascar.
that in a song, Dan Schneider? Which song is that from?
Is Dan? No, I don't know. Either way,
It's in a song. Where like do some bullshit about Dan Schneider.
Julian Feet. Either way, I'm gonna get to this. Or not feet. Oh yeah, so the whole thing was there was a lot of... King Julian had a lot of foot play. There was a lot of feet involved. But then there was something worse.
And what was that?
This.
Diapers and what?
So, Dan Schneider, in his infinite wisdom as CEO of Nickelodeon, he was known of being like a foot fetishist, which is weird because the symbol for Nickelodeon was a foot at that time, and then he had the King Julian shit happening, so that's already some whack shit. But I'm gonna open up a new thing, which is there was a little ad sent out for Madagascar, the TV show Penguins of Madagascar. It was King Julian's like diaper craze is the newest fashion. Oh yeah, if you're with Nickelodeon, please don't sue us. I'm sure you have an excellent legal team, and we do not. And also, we love you. We love you. And Dan Schneider's no longer CEO, so it's all good. Nickelodeon's great. But the whole thing was he puts out this ad that's the diaper is the new craze. Send your best diaper pics to us. And it's like
No.
getting grown people to wear diapers and sending them to, or not grown people, like preteens.
Who does this shit?
Dan Schneider. He's got weird fetishes, and I mean the feet.
Why is he not the CEO?
Probably the feet thing. I mean the feet's fine. It's fine to have a foot fetish.
The diaper thing's just bizarre.
But the diaper thing's kind of bizarre. But if you like it, go for it, I guess. But don't
that's
don't
weird.
trick kids.
No.
Listen.
If you like people in diapers,
Listen.
that's weird.
Don't trick kids into sending you fetish material. That is a crime. Don't do that. And it's also fucking disgusting.
Did he do that?
The ad, I mean, I would assume some.
So you got like preteens to send him pictures of
iCarly was all about feet, and they had a thing like send us foot pictures for our funny wacky show.
That's not. Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah.
God.
iCarly feet. Let's Google it. Yeah, there's a lot of feet. It's actually very gross. I don't want to look at this anymore. So if you
I didn't know any of this. Wow.
Hey, if you like feet, leave a like. I'm sure you're a wonderful person. Smash that subscribe button.
Nothing wrong about feet fetishes.
Smash that subscribe button if you even if you don't like feet, if you just like what you've been hearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think we're gonna.
Yeah. So you guys have been listening to Ignorami.
I think we need to put this episode under our feet.
Yeah.
And in our diapers.
Oh God.
And just sign out. This is Ignorami.
Monkey with a Glock.
Monkey with a Glock. Goodbye.